Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel once again with another new topic. So today we are going to discuss part 5 of hematological practice MCQs. Part 4 is not the last one, part 5 is the last hematological practice MCQs. So friends, before starting the video I would like to request you to please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Keep supporting me. And friends, let me inform you one important thing, that some of you were asking me regarding my Insta page. So my Insta page is same as my YouTube logo, that is Medical Lab Profession. There you can direct DM me, and if you are having any kind of inquiry related to the MLT topics or prometric topics, so please you can DM me there. Friends, let's get move on to our today's topic. So friends, our 82nd question is, till 81 we have done with our part 3. So from part 4 we'll continue 82nd question. The most common form of childhood leukemia is option A acute lymphocytic, option B acute granulocytic, option C acute monocytic, and option D chronic granulocytic. So childhood form of leukemia will be always acute, option A acute lymphocytic. Okay friends, moving on to our 83rd question. Chronic lymphocytic leukemia, that is CLL, is defined as A. Option A malignancy of the thymus, option B accumulation of prolymphocytes, option C accumulation of hairy cells in the spleen, and option D accumulation of monoclonal B cells with a block in cell maturation. So the right answer is answer D, accumulation of monoclonal B cells with a block in cell maturation. Moving on to our 84th question. Hairy cell leukemia, that is leukemia reticuloendotheliosis, is option A an acute myelocytic leukemia, option B a chronic leukemia of myelocytic origin, option C a chronic leukemia of lymphocytic origin, option D an acute myelocytic monocytic type leukemia. So the right answer is answer C, a chronic leukemia of lymphocytic origin. So friends, moving on to our 85th question. Of the following, the disease most closely associated with pale blue inclusions in granulocytes and gain to platelet is option A Gaucher's disease, option B Alder-Rayleigh anomaly, option C May-Heglin anomaly, and option D Pelger-Hewitt anomaly. So friends, the right answer is answer C, May-Heglin anomaly. Moving on to our 86th question. Which of the following cell is the largest cell in the bone marrow? Option A megakaryocyte, option B histiocyte, option C osteoblast, and option D mast cell. Friends, the right answer is answer A, megakaryocyte is the largest cell in the bone marrow. Moving on to our 87th question. Which of the following detects or measure platelet function? Option A bleeding time, option B prothrombin time, option C thrombin time, and option D partial thromboplastin time. So the right answer for the measure of the platelet function is option A, that is bleeding time. Moving on to our 88th question. In von Willebrand disease, platelets give an abnormal aggregation results in the presence of option A adenosine diphosphate, option B epinephrine, option C collagen, and option D risostatin. So friends, in von Willebrand disease it will always be option D, that is risostatin. Okay friends, moving on to our 89th question. Which one of the following statements concerning vitamin K is not true? Option A, there are two sources of vitamin K, vegetable and bacterial. Option K converts precursor molecules into functional coagulation factors. Option C, heparin inhibits the action of vitamin K, and option D, vitamin K is fat soluble. So the right answer is heparin inhibits the action of vitamin K. Moving on to our 90th question. Which of the following is vitamin K dependent? Option A factor 12, option B fibrinogen, option C antithrombin 3, and option D factor 7. So vitamin K dependent factor is option D, that is factor number 7. So moving on to our 91st question. Which of the following factors is used only in the eccentric coagulation pathway? So friends, as you all know, in our coagulation studies we are having two pathways, that is intrinsic pathway and eccentric pathway. So intrinsic pathway is having all the factors, and eccentric will having only two factors, that is factor 3 and factor 7, right? So here the right answer is answer C, 7 is the right answer. Moving on to our 92nd question. Which of the following factor deficiencies is associated with either no bleeding or only a minor bleeding tendency even after a trauma or surgery? Option A, factor 10. Option B, factor 12. Option C, factor 13. And option D, factor 5. So friends, the right answer is answer B, factor 12 is the right answer, which is associated either with no bleeding or a minor bleeding tendency even after a trauma or surgery. So friends, moving on to our 93rd question. Which one of the following factors typically shows an increase in the liver disease? Option A, factor number 7. Option B, factor number 8. Option C, factor number 9. And option C, factor number 10. So the right answer is answer B, factor number 8. Okay friends, moving on to our 94th question. A patient has a normal prothrombin time, that is PT, and prolonged activated partially thromboplastin, that is APTT time using a choline activator. The APTT corrects to normal when the incubation time is increased. These results suggest that the patient has option A, hemophilia A, option B, Hageman factor deficiency, option C, Fletcher factor deficiency, that is prekallikrein, and option D, factor 5 deficiency. Friends, the right answer is answer C, Fletcher factor deficiency, which is also called which is prekallikrein. Moving on to our 95th question. A hemophiliac male and a normal female can produce option A, female carrier, option B, male carrier, option C, male hemophiliac, and option D, normal female. So the right answer is option A, that is female carrier. Moving on to our 96th question. Hemophilia B is a sex-linked recessive disorder that prevents with a decrease in factor. Which factor will be decreased in this hemophilia B? So the option A, 8, option B, 9, and option C, 10, and option D, 11. So the right answer is answer B, 9th factor. Okay friends, moving on to our 97th question. In the APTT test, the patient plasma is mixed with option A, ADP and calcium, option B, tissue thromboplastin and collagen, option C, phospholipid and calcium, and option D, tissue thromboplastin and calcium. So the right answer is answer C, phospholipid and calcium. It can be mixed with patient's plasma in while testing the APTT test. Moving on to our 98th question. A prolonged thrombin time TT, which is called as TT, and a normal reptilase R time or characteristics of what? Option A, dysfibrinogenemia, option B, decreased D dimer, option C, fibrin monomer split product complexes, and option D, therapeutic heparinization. So the right answer is answer D, therapeutic heparinization is the right answer. Moving on to our 99th question. The best test to determine if a sample is contaminated with heparin is option A, fibrinogen, option B, thrombin time, option C, prothrombin time, and option D, stipend time. So the right answer is answer B, thrombin time is the best test to determine if the sample is contaminated with which? Heparin. Okay friends, moving on to our last but not least, that is 100th question from our hematology. That is, excess D dimer indicate that clots have been option A, converted to fibrin monomers, option B, released into circulation, option C, formed and or being excessively lysed, and option D, stimulated to activated active platelets. So the right answer is answer C, formed and or